everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison, and today we've gone over the markets, just looking at what's happening in the markets, looking at what's happening with Bitcoin as well. A couple of the news stories that's coming out as well, the big one being obviously this coming Friday. There's only going to be 3 million Bitcoin left to mine in the world. That'll be it. So we've got about 85% of the world's Bitcoin mined already, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens, to say the least. Right, I'm just going to see if we're live or not, if we've got anybody in. I was trying to go on to do a restream to kind of like Periscope and things, places like that as well, just testing it. Kind of worked, so I'm going to look into that after the show, just to see if we can restream it on Facebook, Periscope and that as well. Because social media seems to be kind of dying just now. Right, we are live. Good, I can see that. Just go over the chat. Okay, we have Steve King is in the house, Mervyn Skidmore is in, Marcus Chapari is in, Naughty Boy. Music's still on now, 3 seconds. Right, hopefully. Okay, hopefully that's the music dead now. Sack the producer. Okay, I'm sacking myself. Mike D is in the house. Gordy Boy, who said the music was still on. Thanks for that. Mitch Dieter, good morning to you. Right, just making sure. Yeah, it's off now. Music is off. Okay, we'll dive into it just now. So we have a market capitalized, well, a kind of an overall market capitalization of 222 billion. Obviously, with the Bitcoin price going down, the market cap is coming down as well. Bitcoin dominance is 66.4% at the moment. Bitcoin being 8,195, so it took a bit of a dive. We'll be going over that as well, just to see, or just to let you know what I'm thinking, expecting from Bitcoin. Had a couple of interesting conversations as well about Bitcoin, where the price is headed. Okay, who's the winners and losers? GX Chain is up 15%. Digitex Futures is back up there at 13.73%. Everybody getting excited about the new exchange. Again, I know I've kind of said in the past about Adam and Digitex Futures, why I wasn't into it anymore. I was into it in a big way at the beginning, but it was Adam kind of being the leader. It's all about kind of being the leader as well. But they're still working on it. They're still kind of going ahead with it, and the new kind of exchange looks good. The kind of pictures that have come out from it look good as well. So Digitex Futures back in the top 100. We'll see what happens with that as well. Nash Exchange is up 7.44%. Nano, Educare, Bitcoin SV, Swipe, Electronium, Eternity all up as well, but not by that much. We've got about 30%, 25% in the green, 75% in the red in USD. Centrality is down 13%. Chainlink down 9%. We're expected to pull back on Chainlink, so we'll look at that as well. But for the long term, it's a really good prospect. Sealy is up as well. Rift Token, Algorand, Luna, Zcoin, 0x, Verge down as well. I said Sealy was up, it's not, it's actually down. So there's a lot in the red. We'll look at the BTC value, see if that changes things. No. More in the green when we change it to Satoshi value. We've got about 40% in the green. Okay, we'll look at all the cryptocurrencies listed on CoinMarketCap. We now have 2,986, getting close to that 3,000 figure. And these are the ones that have traded over $10,000 worth over the last 24 hours. And we don't have any 100%ers today, which is unusual. QBX on volume 38,000, market cap 400,000, up 86%. Tina is up 65% on 10,000 volume. Crypto bonus miles on 158,000 volume, that's better volume. Market cap 1.3 million, up 56%, 193% on the week. And we'll look at that as well. Alpha Coin, I don't know what's going on with Alpha Coin. We've seen it a couple of times. Market cap is 12,000. Volume is 37,000. Up 40%, up 123% on the week as well. Patreon is up 32%. That can't be the Patreon we think of. Market cap 76,000. What's good volume? that's up. So if we go over 100,000, see how that changes things. And we'll go over the week and see what happens there. The point of this is to look for hidden gems. So we've got Titan Coin up 1600% on the week. Crypto Bonus Miles 193%. Cryptocean up 141% on 260,000 volume. Tidex token, it's an exchange token, up 106%. Emirates 3 million. Spendcoin 1.1 million. So previously looked at this before and said it could be a good one. Now I'm starting to doubt that, but I can look at it again. But it did look really good. It was an MCO type of coin. So a lot of disgruntled people on social media, which got me kind of digging a wee bit deeper. But I'll need to dig even deeper just to see if I'm going to really invest in that or not. So it's up 74% on the week. NKN 55% on the week. That's still doing well. Bolt doing brilliantly as well on 4.5 million market cap. Okay, just jump back to chat, see who else is in. London Bobby is in the house, the Hawthorns are in, G-Slick is in the house, Crypto Cannabis is in, and Honest Crypto Johnny is back with us. Good to see you here. Life has just been hectic. I know the feeling, mate. I know the feeling. Mark Innes is in the house. Crypto Knowledge Alliance, one of our very own brilliant admins, is in the house. Jimbo. Crypto Dread is in. The hidden gem I was talking about earlier is UOS Ultra. I think it could be a sleeping giant. And that's UOS, so Jimbo is looking at hidden gems as well. We've got a wee group going on, kind of Telegram as well, and we're just kind of looking for hidden gems. And found a few, to be honest. And UOS is what Jimbo is talking about. UOS network, a kind of how-do type one. 364,000 market cap, and just came onto the market. BitForex is on just now, 24,000 volume. Social, October the 11th. Mainnet release is very close, so here's an announcement. Battle of the Block Producers. So coming out with a mainnet release as well. Universal Reputation System, constituting an open source blockchain protocol, is built to standard develop trustworthiness of those to deal with online. Peer-to-peer economy by contributing faster customer decision making. So I've not looked at it, Jimbo, I've just seen it this morning, but that's UOS network, under 1 mil, under 500,000. So it might be one to look into as well. Okay, we'll look at crypto bubbles just now. Digitex obviously can see a big green bubble there as well, up 15% over the last 24 hours. X Chain is up next, Nano, ETN, BSV are the ones that stand out. That's BTC value. USD changes slightly, and we can see it's predominantly red over the last 24 hours. We'll go to the last hour. See what's happening there. Digibyte has jumped up 7.4%. That's a big green bubble there. RIF is up. Series down big time. Well, not big time, 4.4%. So not much happening there. Looking BTC value, more green than red, but USD value, obviously because the Bitcoin price has gone down, you'll see a lot of the USD values going down as well on these alts. And the Fear and Greed Index at 40. Again, surprising. I thought it'd been leaning towards more fearful, but it's not at the moment. We can see just now it's 40, was 39, 41, 31. And go to historical data over the last week. It's been kind of steady, even though Bitcoin has been going down. So that's, I don't know if that tells us anything, to be honest. To me it does, because Bitcoin price has gone down, but the Fear and Greed Index is staying round about the same, which tells me that the price could possibly go up because there's not a lot of fear in the markets, which means people are not selling off. So it's just another kind of piece of data to look at. Oh, no, Ultra, not that one. 1 second. Do apologise. Right, my mistake. Sorry about that, Jimbo. You can see I'm nearly having a heart attack there. Ultra, do apologise. Right. So just Ultra just get a blockchain-based games distribution platform. I don't know why I didn't connect the dots as well, because I seen you when it said that when I first looked at it this morning. Blockchain-based games distribution platform offers solutions to both developers and players. I'll have a quick look to cover my mistake. Ultra.io, and it's 2.7 million market cap. Blockchain revolution to gaming industry and creating a fair ecosystem for the future of games distribution. I think gaming and finance are big use cases for the blockchain. This looks really quite slick actually. Bring new users and ultra coins. Advertising currently serving 33 billion ads per day. That seems a hell of a lot, just since it's just... So, okay, we'll look again. So markets, Ethernex. Volume is low just now, but that's understandable. 2 new team members in the office today, that's almost 10 new collaborators within the past 40 days. First session of the meetup. October 11th, interesting coverage from Hacker Noon. You involved in this, Jimbo? Just be interesting to hear if you're involved in this as an advisor. Looks more interesting than the one before, certainly. Sorry about that. London Bobby, Wink is underrated in my opinion. It's putting all kinds of gambling into one ecosystem. Yes, I'm actually, although Wink has gone down at the moment, I'm trying to get involved, but I'm not currently. Right, cool. I thought it was one of the ones you might have been involved in. I know you said you were involved in one, but that looks really interesting actually. It looks really, and I just got your message this morning, so apologies for that. Yes, Wink. So I've been looking at that again. I keep looking back at it and thinking, okay, should I just sell my Wink just now? And as we know, kind of the Win token taken off. Well, the BTC pairing was taken off from Binance, and it kind of went downhill from there. We'll just look at it just now, and we'll go to Win token. So it's at 0.14 cents at the moment. It's going down, still going down just now. So I was looking at this and I think, should I just sell this because it looks as if it's going to go to zero? But I don't think it is going to go to zero. I think this could actually be a good long-term play. I'm going to have to hold it long-term anyway, or sell out just now and take $4,500. Let's put 16,000 in, but because of the BTC pairing coming down, it's down to 4,500. But it was a big risk I was willing to take just to see if it would play off. However, looking at it long-term, I think Wink could actually be quite good. I'm just going to show you this just now. So basically what they're doing is they're building a system. You've got kind of games on the site, and you've got dApps on, you've got Dice, you've got Moon, Ring, Duel, you've got Live as well, you've got Rake and Poker, table games as well. We've got win drops, and this is where I'm staking. So every day I get about, must be on average about 300 to 400 Tron, and I convert these into win tokens. So I started off with 33 million, I've now 30 million. I've now got 33.5 million tokens. So essentially I'm staking them. Sometimes you can get 1,000 Tron, or you can get as low as kind of zero. You might not get anything, but on average it's about 300 or 400 Tron you get, and I just convert them automatically. But this is one of the highest kind of traffic dApps out there. Just now, if you go to, I've not looked at this for a week or so actually. So Wink, yeah, a second is on just now, and Tron Casino is there, Rocket Game as well. 24 hours users, transactions is 565,000. This is for Tron Casino. For Wink, it's 392,000 with 24-hour volume of 3.2 million. That's every single day, 3.2 million. Now, I don't know what the profits are from that, but just looking at numbers like this could actually be really good. And on the Tron, let's see what the Tron one as well. A Tron platform, there's a lot of money going through the Tron platform, and a lot of money coming through Wink as well. 24-hour volume, it says 206 million, but that can't be right on 24 hours. But it might be 206 million Tron. So very interesting, and I'm going to keep it. I'm just going to keep on staking. I think this could be really good for the long term. And genuinely, I do think I'm not just saying that because I'm holding it and it's down. I'll just tell you if I thought it was going to go to zero. But it does look quite good, and it could be a good time to get in, but I wouldn't put a lot of money into it. And it was a big risk I took. I sold out XRP at 2,900. I thought, okay, I'm going to get some WIN tokens because I think it's going to go up, and because it hadn't pumped yet. And about 2 weeks later, the BTC pairing from WIN came down, which obviously brought the price right down. How people start to panic, selling off. But I'm just going to keep on holding it and staking it, and I think this could be good for the future. So yeah, I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that, London Bobby. The team is freaking dream team. It does look good. David D is in the house. Welcome to you. Patrick Frey is in the house as well. Sokchia Ngov is in as well. Okay, let's go back to, we've seen that as well. We'll go back to the BTC chart. So, looking at this, 8,138. It looks as if the pressure is on. If we look at this, the volume is kind of going down just now. It's not picking up. It was picking up for a while, but it's going down at the moment. That's on the weekly chart. We'll just go to the daily chart. That's much better. But I'll show you why I was on the weekly chart there as well. So the volume seems to be going down again. We want the volume to go up and want it to be obviously green for people buying. So it looks as if there's a lot of selling pressure here. And it looks as if it's going to go down further. Now, I was speaking to a couple of people yesterday and I said, okay, I think this could go down to about 7,900 and then bounce back up from there. If we look at this is a reason why. And this is a reason to be bullish about Bitcoin. There's lots of reasons to be bearish, but there's still reasons there to be bullish. So I'm going to look at the weekly. First of all, 70 EMA has crossed over the 50 EMA. It crossed over on the 29th of April and it stayed there. And it's still above, the 70 EMA is still above the 50 EMA. And this leads me to believe we're still going to go higher from here. It's just, we could go down to about 7,900. And the reason I'm saying that is because if we look at this line, this is the 50 EMA, it's bounced off it 3 times. So if it goes down to this again, 7,900 level, 7,850, 7,900, hopefully it bounces off it again, and that will be the last bounce before it goes up. If it goes up, it bounces off here and goes up again and then goes down to that. I feel we could break down below the 7,900 and go even lower than that as well. If it does that and the 70 EMA breaks down back over the 50 EMA, then I'd be extremely bearish, or not extremely bearish, I'd just be bearish on Bitcoin. And it could go down to 7,200 and then 6,800 and then keep going down. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping. And this is a kind of grasping and kind of hope that it bounces off the 7,900 level. And I'm hoping it does that because of the alts as well. Obviously, we're trading alts. If Bitcoin does go down sharply, then the alts are going to come down with it as well. If it keeps on kind of going down slowly like it's going down just now, it's going to be actually quite good for the alts. Or if it dips back up slowly, it's going to be good for the alts as well. Or if it just goes sideways, it's going to be good for the alts. A sharp break down or a sharp break up is going to be bad for the alts. So that's what I'm thinking with regards to Bitcoin, 7,900. Once it gets to that level, if it gets to that level, then I'll kind of reassess and see what I'm doing kind of from there with regards to where I think it's going to go. But 7,900 level, immediate term. There's no point in kind of trying to look for a month or 2 months or whatever, because we just don't know. We can only take it day by day. I've kind of always said that as well, but obviously, when you're looking way into the future, where do you think Bitcoin is going to be? That's a different story, because we think it's going to be 50,000, 100,000, whatever we think it's going to be. So I'm still clinging on to that kind of bullishness of Bitcoin, but there are a lot of cases for it being a bearish kind of sign that's coming up just now. If we look at the daily, we've crossed over low, kind of a long time ago, 16th of September. We're talking about a month now. It crossed down over on the daily here, around about 16th at 10,300, and it hasn't recovered yet. So we're still bearish from that point of view. And the selling pressure still coming in. The kind of volume is down as well, and it's not crossed back above the 200 MA. That's another bearish sign. I'll make that 200 MA. That is 200. There's a 200 MA. That red line will take the EMAs off. So we need, this is kind of critical here. We need to cross back up over there. If we don't, the longer we stay under the 200 MA, the more pressure there is to kind of sell on Bitcoin. That's my thoughts. And because the volume is getting lower as well, it doesn't look good. There's more bearish signs than there are bullish signs, but I'm clinging on to that kind of bullish sign on the weekly. So that's what I think is going to happen. We'll wait and see what happens at the 7,900 level. If it gets to that level, 8,000 obviously a psychological barrier, but it could be that's when the kind of buyers start coming back in, and so it might dip below 7,900, 7,850. I'm thinking that's the lowest it's going to go just now, but we'll wait and see. So on the weekly, still kind of bullish on the weekly. On the daily, it's looking very bearish. So let me know what you think about that as well. And the kind of news story that we were kind of looking at as well. I'll just go to find it. I had it up there, but I was. So it's Anthony Pompliano. He was saying, and he's really kind of starting a campaign. And he's saying this Friday, the 18 millionth Bitcoin will be mined. This coming Friday. There are only hashtag 3 million left. So want to, if you're on Twitter, kind of retweet this and get this hashtag kind of trending worldwide. That would be quite good. So it brings more kind of eyeballs to what Bitcoin is doing. Let's make this hashtag trend so the world can learn about Bitcoin. That's really what we're looking for. So there's only 3 million left of Bitcoin, and there's a kind of story here as well from Being Crypto, which is just a brief kind of look at it as well. So by the end of this week, the net volume of Bitcoin tokens available for mining will further shrink to only 3 million. That's after the 18th million token enters circulation in just about 3 days from now, marking an important milestone for the asset months before the next halving event. So it took the Bitcoin network just over 10 years to exhaust 85.7% of the total supply, which is basically the metaphorical blink of an eye when compared to 120 more years it would take before all 21 million units of cryptocurrency are mined. Remember, every 4 years it's going to get halved as well. The network hash rate remains on the higher side though, which means there's more people in the game just now. So with this new milestone approaching fast, many in the broader community are wondering what the future holds for the world's first and most popular cryptocurrency. Will mining difficulty become too hard and rewards too low for miners to remain committed to the cause? Of course, there's no easy way to answer, but at the same time, there's also no doubt about the fact the network hash rate has been consistently on the rise and mining is becoming increasingly more competitive. So with the hash rate getting higher and higher and higher and there being more competition out there, you're going to see some of the smaller competition drop away, and it's going to be easier for the other competitors who are coming in to mine Bitcoin as well. And that's because of the computing power as well, I believe. Yeah, this is just another tweet. Miners competing for the Bitcoin award has also never been higher, with hash rate at an all-time high. So we'll see what happens with that. It's going to be interesting, but only 3 million left. A lot of people won't realise that, I don't think. There's only going to be 3 million left by this coming Friday, left to mine. So there's supposedly 18 million in circulation. Now with lost kind of wallets, with kind of everything kind of stolen wallets and just loads of different things, it's probably estimated around 14 to 15 million in circulation at the moment. Which is, it's just be a really scarce. The supply and demand, it comes down to that, supply and demand. So it's going to be a really scarce commodity. Let's go back to chat. Njambe Kariri is in. Stephen Seedhouse is in this morning. David D. A couple of alts on sale after yesterday's pullback. There is indeed. So we'll go back to the alts just now. We'll look at the exchanges actually. See what's happening on the exchange side. BTC volume. So Lend is up 16%. GXS, we've seen that, is up 15%. RLC is up 12%. Anchor. Anchor shot up. I think it looked like a pump and dump, to be honest. And we'll go to the hourly chart. Yeah, so it shot up from 28 all the way up to 43 and right back down again, down to 32. It's going back up again. There's actually a lot of volume in it, but I don't know what the volume was before then. I've got the volume on. But yeah, that kind of shot up. What did it shoot up by? About 50% before coming back down. So it might be worth getting back into just now for a bounce. Let's see what's the order books like. 31. No, it looks like it's going to go to 30, 31. So just be careful of that as well. And the one we were talking about yesterday, TNT, had a massive jump. We spoke about it at 750, and I said I thought it was going to go to about 1,000, but it didn't quite get there. It got up to 932 for TNT before coming back down. So that's had a pullback just now of about 12% and going back up again. So we'll look on the daily. You can see on the daily, this is a kind of macro view. I keep looking at the macro view and telling you about the macro view. To look at that, when you see that, it's only a little blip here on TNT's kind of chart. And TNT has already jumped by about 200%, nearly. But I still think this is a way to go, and I still think it's going to go up to about 1,500. Just on the weekly, because it's on the weekly, because it's crossed over on the weekly. Obviously, probably mostly due to Tika Tiwari, kind of putting this out there round about this price, round about just under 300 Satoshi, because it was at its all-time low, and it's pumped kind of really high, but it could go much higher. And the only other one was Chainlink. Link was the only other one that crossed over on the weekly, and kind of other signs as well, but I just look at Chainlink just now. You can see it crossed over on the weekly back in 2018 and hasn't really stopped since then. Crossed over to 4,000, now 28,000, 7 times, 700%, and been higher than that. And Chainlink is going to be higher. But it's pulled back a wee bit, it's under 30,000 again. So this is a natural correction. Let's go to, so it's a natural correction for Chainlink. So it did get as high as 35,000, it is down to 28,000 just now. So there's nothing unusual about that, and it could be a good time to kind of look at Chainlink and get into it. But if we look, always looking at the market cap, 805 million. It has come down, it touched 1 billion, 1.4 billion it touched back in June the 30th. I think nearly touched again, 961 million market capitalization. But Link for the long term, definitely a good one. Other ones we'll look at, Anchor was seen, MDA. This is on the daily. Crossed over a while ago on the daily at 6,000. Did get up to 16,000, so again 100%. Doc, we've seen that climbing 100% as well. The amount of coins have climbed 100% over the last few weeks has been quite incredible actually. Lend, since the crossover, 107%. AGI, not really done much just now, but it's climbing just now. QSP, I'll just look at a couple of them. And this is bread. since the crossover, up 50% already, but look at that on the daily. Looks like a really good chart. It's kind of crossed from its bottom, nearly 100% as well. So still loads of opportunities out there for the alts. It's just a matter of finding them. MCO, kind of called that a while ago as well. That's up about 30% as well. RLC looks a good one. Rep, I'm surprised this is not up yet, and I expect this to go up quite soon actually. I expect it to jump up quite quick. So there's a lot happening in the alts just now. Look at KuCoin as well. KuCoin, it doesn't have the liquidity like we've been talking about, but can still pick up some brilliant projects on KuCoin. So DBC up 17% on 31,000 volume. Yeesh. Is this in BTC? 31,000 volume, that's a hell of a lot. Ah, right, okay, they're showing the kind of dollar value as well. So 7.3 Bitcoin worth. That's not right either. If it's 7, it should be 56. So why is that showing 24-hour volume is 31,000? So that must be the actual token itself. Okay, 24-hour volume, 7.3 Bitcoin worth. Right, that must be it. Okay, 1.3 Bitcoin, and that's up 15%. So you can see the volume is low, but still really good to accumulate some of the good ones on here as well. Jump back to chat. Particularly liking Link and ZRX to swing trade. Yeah, you could actually make a living if you just swing trade one or two alts. You could literally make a living swing trading one or two alts because you really get to know them. When you get to know them, you develop an intuitive sense about when it's going to go up and down. I would imagine that happens with a lot of traders. They just develop an intuitive sense. But look at ZRX as well. So that's another one that kind of jumped up over 100%. Again, take it to worry kind of effect as well on that, but it does not to say it's not a good project. So we can see here, we spoke about ZRX before, this is why I've got this line in at 4,254, just touched that and came back down again. So you've got what you've got forming here is a massive kind of cupping handle. So we've hit that line again. We're now coming back down. So expect this to happen. So this, again, could be a perfect cup and handle for ZRX and come back down and to go up, I would imagine, to the next level, which is around about 6,000. So another 50%, probably 50 to 60% to come from ZRX or 0x. So 62%, at least, I would imagine. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, it does look good, and if you're kind of buying into the dip there, I think that could be a good move as well. Just going to look at this on a weekly. Take this off. Yeah, it looks good on a weekly. And just look at a couple of other news stories. The headlines I was looking at. This is from Daily Hodl. From Telegram to Wall of Worry, Bitcoin volumes to crypto low. That's not really an update I wanted to kind of look at actually. Just kind of reading that just before I came on. Right, I thought this was interesting as well. RBC analysts squashing Libra could boost China's digital currency. So analysts at RBC Capital Markets have suggested that stifling Facebook's Libra may leave the field open to China's central bank digital currency, CBDC, to dominate in emerging economies. China shifts development of digital currency in extra gear. So on October the 15th, RBC analysts believe that once Facebook announced its Libra stablecoin plans, China shifted development of its own yuan-backed CBDC into next gear. RBC wrote to clients, if US regulators ultimately dismiss Libra and decide not to draft regulation to encourage crypto innovation in the US, China's CBDC may be strategically positioned to become the de facto global digital currency in emerging economies. This is what I've been worried about all along, and because of the SEC, what they're doing, the US regulators, what they're doing, yes, we need regulation. We do need regulation. We've seen that with regards to the ICO markets. We do need regulation in this space, but not for choking the life out of crypto. This is what's happening just now with the SEC, what they've done with Kik, what they've done with Kin, loads of different things, Libra as well. I don't understand why it has to go in front of the Congress and explain himself for bringing out a digital currency before it's even out, and it looks as if it's going to get squashed before it's even kind of got off the ground. This is what America's doing. This is what the US regulators are doing just now. Obviously, Europe's chimed in as well, but predominantly it's being run by the US. And they're choking and strangling the crypto market just now, and it's going to have a big, huge impact, and it's going to be the likes of China that's going to be the dominant currency in the world. And I think that's what's going to happen. If they don't kind of keep an eye on this, it's just going to backfire, blow up in their faces, and soon, 100 years' time, US will be one of those markets that's way down in the list of being the kind of top kind of markets in the world. It's not going to lead it anymore. It's going to be China, it's going to be the Asian community, Asian countries that are going to be doing that. And that's what we're doing just now. We're looking towards the Asian countries and looking at the innovation that they're bringing out. We have to take their lead. We don't have to take the lead from SEC, US regulators. They haven't a clue what's going on. We shouldn't be taking their lead, and we shouldn't be following them. We should be doing what the kind of Asian countries are doing as well, and taking their lead. And that's what America should be doing as well. Cointelegraph reported that US Rep. Warren Davidson said that Facebook should consider adding Bitcoin to Libra wallet instead of creating its own new currency, Libra. The Republican added that part of the beauty of Facebook Libra stablecoin is that it brought all of the problems that already existed on the social media platform to the surface, because people don't trust Facebook, obviously. And that's kind of the main kind of issue with Libra, I think. And obviously the government are running scared as well. So they're going to get left behind. America is going to get left behind if they're not careful. This was interesting news. Binance Bitcoin futures product 700 million traded in one day. So after an immensely successful first month, Binance's Bitcoin futures product keeps shattering new records. According to the cryptocurrency data provider Skew, Binance's Bitcoin futures have set a new volume record on October the 15th, which was yesterday, with more than 700 million worth of derivatives traded in a single day, which is pretty amazing. So CZ-led exchange stormed into unregulated futures market at the beginning of September with 2 test platforms. So they've done that already, so there's millions and millions of dollars going through that already. And I think that was it. I was looking at KuCoin. I've done that. That's it. If you've got any charts you want me to look at, let me know. I've gone over the news, gone over the kind of main headline about 3 million Bitcoin. London Bobby, I'm hearing the Ledger Nano S is not safe anymore using live. Any word on fixes? Haven't heard anything about that yet, London Bobby. Mitch Dieter, will Wink affect the TRX price as in positive? I think more people that use it. Yeah, I think the more people that use kind of Wink, and Dice is going to be coming out as well. Live is going to, and Rake is going to be probably listed as well on exchanges soon. So the more people that use is predominantly using TRX, the actual transactions. So yeah, I do think it could have a positive effect on the TRX price as well. And Justin Sun kind of tweeted this yesterday, just when I was kind of praising him for being chilled out. 1 second. He posted something yesterday. No, can't see it. Yeah, just said at the end of this month, Tron, BTT, and Win. And that's it. That's all he kind of posted. So obviously kind of news coming out at the end of this month. And we'll see what that is. We'll see. So it could be a good trade for Win and Tron actually. And where is Tron just now? TRX, BTC. It's back down to 192. This is on the weekly. I'm on the daily. It broke out from here, so I kind of said at 158, probably going to break out. It did break out. Broke out 33%. Crossed over on the daily as well, which is a good sign. Kind of went up to 210 as well. I expect it to go back up further. We'll just take these lines as well. Volume remains stable for it, coming down a wee bit over the last couple of months, but remains relatively stable and hopefully coming back up. So Tron could be a wee jumper. Neo, where's that doing just now? Because I did advise that that could be, obviously do your own research, but because nobody's talking about it, everybody's forgotten about it, everybody's written it off. I think that's when it's exactly the same as going to happen to Neo, I think, and that happened with Ethereum. Everybody had kind of written Ethereum off, just saying because of the ICOs not being kind of predominant on the platform anymore, then Ethereum is just going to disappear. A lot of people were saying that, which was crazy. But I think the same is going to happen with Neo as well. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It could be possibly not for the long term. We need to see what happens with Neo 3.0. But I think it could be good getting in from here and possibly doubling your money and probably more as well. David DSD, both US and Europe are anti-big tech. Facebook with too much power, yep, 2.8 billion potential users is a threat to sovereign nations. US will eventually get it right. Terrible, it is slow. Yes, I hope they get it right. I really do. Hope they get it right, because obviously Europe are going to take the lead from US as well. That's kind of what they're doing just now. But we should be taking the lead from the Asian countries. We should be looking at Japan. We should be looking at China. We should be looking around the kind of the Asian kind of world just now and see what they're doing. They're the real innovators, and we should be really taking their lead and not taking the lead of the kind of people that don't understand crypto in the first place and are just scared about what it might do to the government. And I can understand that to a degree as well, because they're going to lose the power. And so that's why they're stifling this. But Facebook I can understand as well, because they have got a third of the world's population signed up to an account. And so potentially access to a third of the world's population is immense. So I can see why they're kind of getting scared. But that they should have been looking at crypto a long, long time ago and bringing out their own crypto, sovereign cryptos, and I think other countries should be doing that as well. So yeah, it's totally understandable, David. But I think hopefully eventually they do get it right. I just hope they're not too slow in doing it, because they're just going to be left behind. I think they're going to be left behind. Okay, we'll just go back to BTC. Yeah, it's dropped again, 8,117. So it looks as if we could drop to that level again, round about the 8,000 level. So it's kind of dwindling. It's dwindling. I hope that it's going to come back up, but you never know. You never know. 7,850 is the kind of level. We'll go to the weekly. Yep, 7,900. So I'm looking for a bounce up here as a last hope for Bitcoin. This is on the weekly as well. I'm looking for a bounce off here, even if it does get to this low at 7,900. If it doesn't bounce below that, if it doesn't bounce off that and goes below it, then I fear we're going to go down much lower than the 7,900. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Don't forget Digitex. Yeah, we kind of looked at that. We said, mentioned at the beginning of the show as well. DVD, US, UK, EU. Yikes, there's no likes. Here's one. Mervyn Skidmore, thank you very much. Is there no likes? It's unusual. Yeah, there is. 13 likes. Just you need to refresh, I think. So thank you everybody for liking this video. I'm going to leave it there just now. I know that's only 47 minutes I've been live. Usually it's an hour, but it might be better as well for you. But I'll leave it there just now. Thank you very much for joining me. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate your time today as well. And hopefully we'll keep an eye on Bitcoin. If you're trading today, keep an eye on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin trades slowly downwards, also going to go up. If it goes slowly back up again, also going to go up as well. If it drops big time, get out of your alts. No financial advice, do your own research and all that. But unless you're in it for the long term, you could accumulate more if you're in the alts. So just be careful of your trading today as well. Because Bitcoin is going to make a move either way this week, I would imagine. So we'll see what happens. Okay, thank you very much for watching again. Until next time, which is tomorrow, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them. Because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.